Good afternoon, everyone. Patrick, one of the text writers for the automated elections handbook. Here. I'm supposed to give a automated elections 101 seminar for everyone here. A step-by-step guide for automated elections. At the outset, I'd like to warn everyone, temper their expectations about automated elections. This will not be perfect elections. There will be kinks here. We will not have 100% smooth elections because not even the United States was there perfect elections, as evidenced by the Gore versus Bush in 2000, where they were using another form of automated election and they experienced a very big problem. That's why there was a Gore made a protest and Bush almost lost. So, begin. So Automated Elections 101. This is a step-by-step guide. This is presented by the UP Law Center, IGLR, the Institute of Government and Law Reform. There is two parts of this presentation. First part is how will I vote. The second part will be how the vote will be counted at the precinct level and at the city, provincial, and the national level. How will I vote? The voting will start from 7 p.m. from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. on May 10. We'd recommend the voters to bring their voter's ID or any authentic document that may establish their identity. This includes driver's license, passport, or other government-issued IDs. They should also bring a list of candidates for easy and the faster voting process. There's no need to bring a ball pen for these elections because the COMELEC will provide these pens, the marking pens for the elections. For a step-by-step voting procedure, the step 1 is you should go to your designated voting precinct. You can check your precinct number in the COMELEC website, www.comelec.gov.ph, except for those who registered on December 21, 22, 23, and 28, because they have yet to reflect that in their website. Step 2, you should look for your name in the posted computerized voters list. And step 3, you should approach the Board of Election Inspector, or BEI, or any of their support staff in charge of the precinct. This is what the BEI, the normal BEI will look like. The picture of the chairman and 2 members of the BEI they're normally school teachers, they're public school teachers who are assigned for the elections. Step 4, you should wait for the Board of Election Inspectors to establish your identity. You should check your name, the EDCVL, which stands for the Election Day Computerized Voters List. Secondly, you should check your voters resemblance. The BEI chairman or any member of the BEI will check your voters resemblance to the photograph in the EDCVL. The BEI will verify your photograph or your specimen signature in the voter's registration, or will use verify if the voter is identified under the oath by any members of the BEI. That's typo. Or use the verification to any other authentic document that may establish your identity. The step 5. You should go to the BEI chairman for the issuance of your ballot. Only the BEI chairman can give you the ballot. So you have to make sure that only the BEI gives you a ballot because that might be a fake ballot. This is what the chairman will do. But before issuing the ballot, the BEI will check your fingers and check if you have been stained by any indelible ink. If it's stained already, then the voter is presumed to have voted already, and you should be asked to leave the precinct. If it's unstained, the BEI chairman will sign the EDCBL at the front of the ballot in the designated space, and the ballot must be placed inside the ballot secrecy folder in such a manner as to cover the face of the ballot, revealing only the portion where the BEI chairman's signature. This is important. Only the BEI chairman can issue the ballots. Official ballots come in election form number 86. This is a sample form, the BEI secrecy folder, and that's the length of the ballot. I'll show another, next slide, this one. This is actually this is an old version of the official ballot. There's some revision, but it looks similar in such a way. But the orientation of the president, vice president, and senators, as well as the party list, have been changed already. This is the sample. Again, this is the sample BEI. This is sample ballot. The next step is to accomplish the ballot, which is step 6. You should fill up the ovals names of the candidate and shade the oval opposite the name of their chosen candidate, as like this. Please be informed that you have to shade it entirely. You have to shade the entire ballot, the entire oval. You can't do a partial or just a dot or any X or any other markings, because the PCOS machine will not be able to read this. It's very important. Key points for voters: you have to be careful that this ballot is clean, that there's no markings there. Do not crumple the ballot. Never show the ballot to anyone. That's an election offense. You have to affix your thumb mark in the space provided for in the voting record. Please be reminded that you only have one ballot. So once you accept that ballot, you have no choice but to live with it. If there's a marking there that you didn't see, that would prevent the PCOS machine from reading that ballot, then you cannot vote. You have a spoiled ballot. Only one voter is only entitled to one ballot, so you cannot replace it anymore. So before you accept the ballot, you have to double check and make sure that there's no markings. There's no markings on the. I'll show you the back. Okay, the lines here, these are computer sensitive. So you have to make sure that there's no marking here, because this is a security feature of the machine, which the machine will be able to read this portion. Actually, the entire four corners of the ballot is protected by security mark which a computer will be able to read. So any markings here might invalidate your ballot. So I suggest you have to double check, make sure before you accept the ballot that there's no marking and it's clean. There's another important thing is what happens if the voter shades and chooses more than the number of required candidates to be voted for a particular position. This is called an overvoting. An overvoting will result in that your vote for that position to be not counted. It will not count that, but it will not affect your other votes in your other positions. But for that position, for example, for the president, your vote for presidency will not be counted. Another possible issue is called undervoting. This one, it's okay. You can shade even just one vote for, let's say, for senator. You can just vote for one person, or less, as long as it's less than 12, and the PCOS machine will be able to read and count your vote in case of undervoting. So this will not be a problem. It's only in the case of overvoting that's going to be a problem.